When we talk about threats to Bitcoin, we usually think about market cycles or regulation, maybe even the occasional hack. But what if there's something much bigger on the horizon? A threat that could strike at the very heart of Bitcoin's security. Let's get into it.
And look, this isn't just some hypothetical question for a sci-fi movie. It's a question that developers, analysts, and even governments are starting to take very, very seriously. It all revolves around a technological leap so huge, it could completely rewrite the rules of digital security as we know them.
All right, so to really understand the threat, we first have to appreciate the defense. As it stands today, Bitcoin is basically a digital fortress. It's protected by some of the most powerful cryptography ever put into use. So here's the core of it. Every single Bitcoin wallet is secured by something called elliptic curve cryptography, or ECC. Just think of it as a ridiculously complicated digital lock. I mean, with the computers we have right now, trying to brute force this lock, trying to guess the key, would literally take longer than the age of the universe. For all practical purposes, it's unbreakable.
But what happens when a totally new kind of key comes along? Well, that's the quantum dilemma. This is where a new type of computing threatens to change the entire game.
This slide right here just nails the difference. A classical computer, like the one you're watching this on, has to guess the key to a Bitcoin wallet one by one by one. It's a painfully slow, linear process. But a quantum computer, it's on another level. It could essentially try all the possible keys at the exact same time. It doesn't guess, it just calculates the answer in a way that's, well, fundamentally different. And that right there is the danger. If someone has your public wallet address, which is, public, a powerful enough quantum computer could actually use that information to reverse engineer your private key. It wouldn't be picking the lock, it would be creating a master key out of thin air, giving it access to everything inside. And this isn't just speculation. Researchers have actually put a number on it. They think you'd need a quantum computer with around 2,300 stable qubits to crack Bitcoin's encryption. So we have a concrete benchmark, a number to watch for as this tech gets better and better. So now that we have a target in sight, the whole situation becomes a race between the people building quantum computers and the crypto world's ability to build a defense. The big question is, how much time do we actually have?
Well, the race starts now. We're at the starting line. Some analysts are projecting a potential breakthrough in just 2 to 8 years. And if you look a little further out, both Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin and the consulting firm McKinsey are pointing to the year 2030 as a potential Q-day, the day quantum computers could become powerful enough to break our current encryption. This is a problem for this decade, not some far-off future. And this race is being supercharged by just a staggering amount of investment. You've got all the tech giants you'd expect, Google, Microsoft, IBM, all pushing the limits. You've got massive government spending, with China alone pouring in over $55 billion. And here's the real kicker. Bitcoin's specific type of encryption, that ECC we talked about, is actually thought to be more vulnerable than other standards, meaning it could be one of the first dominoes to fall. So what on earth does all this mean for investors? I mean, what happens if this quantum threat arrives before a fix is ready? The potential fallout is, well, it's huge, leading some to warn about the biggest bear market we have ever seen. Look, the risk here isn't just another market dip or some price volatility. We're talking about a complete, fundamental breakdown in the core promise of Bitcoin: secure ownership. If wallets can just be opened by anyone with the right machine, the entire foundation of trust and value just evaporates. And this quote from crypto analyst Charles Edwards just lays it out plain and simple. He's saying this single issue could trigger a downturn so bad it would make every other bear market look small by comparison. It's a pretty stark warning about how urgent this really is.
Okay, so faced with a challenge this massive, where do we go from here? We have to look at the ecosystem's ability to adapt and evolve, which, honestly, has always been one of its greatest strengths.
From the very beginning, crypto has always been about solving problems through innovation. It never stands still. When it faces challenges, whether it's speed, cost, or features, the community builds. The quantum threat is, without a doubt, the biggest technical challenge it has ever faced.
Now, this isn't a direct solution to the quantum problem, but it's a perfect example of how the ecosystem responds to challenges. You've got projects like Bitcoin Hyper, which are trying to do things like merge Bitcoin security with the speed of a network like Solana. It's a layer 2 solution.
The point is, this kind of constant building and problem solving is in Bitcoin's DNA. It's proof that the ecosystem is always pushing forward, always innovating.
So it all comes down to this one final question. The technology that could break Bitcoin is developing at a terrifying pace. And the defense? Well, that's going to require a monumental effort to upgrade the entire network to something called quantum-resistant cryptography. The race is on, and the outcome is going to define the future of digital security. The question isn't if the fortress will be attacked, but if its defenders can build a stronger one in time.